I freed 1,000 slaves. I could have freed 1,000 more if only they knew they were slaves. Harriet Tubman's indomitable spirit resonates through time. To many, she is a symbol of hope, a beacon of resistance against oppression. Tubman, a conductor on the Underground Railroad, forged a path of courage that echoed into the future. In the early 20th century, America faced a crossroads. Jim Crow laws enforced segregation and systemic racism, while millions fought for dignity and equality. It was in this landscape that Martin Luther King Jr. emerged, a young minister armed with a vision of justice and nonviolent resistance. His dream was expansive, rooted in a history of struggle traced back to heroes like Tubman. As the nation grappled with its identity, Tubman's legacy became a guide for the future. The Underground Railroad was a profound statement of defiance against injustice. King embraced her principles, believing in nonviolence, love, and the dignity of every human life, tenets echoing Tubman's actions as she risked her life to lead others to freedom. If the Underground Railroad was a testament to independence, King viewed the civil rights movement as a continuation of that battle. Tubman's journeys and strategic insights became the blueprint for King's marches and sit-ins. Both understood that the path to freedom was fraught with challenges, yet the stakes were too high to turn back. The urgency for change resonated through generations. Why did Tubman's strategies resonate with King? Their shared struggles formed a profound understanding. Tubman navigated a dangerous landscape with intelligence and intuition, while King harnessed the power of collective action through peaceful protest. Their methods were born from a shared history of resilience. Tubman's courage inspired King as he confronted racial injustice, illustrating that the fight for dignity knows no boundaries. As King stood on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, delivering his iconic "I Have a Dream" speech, Tubman's spirit was palpable. He echoed her sentiments: "We must forever conduct our struggle on the high plane of dignity and discipline." Their dedication to justice serves as a reminder of the ongoing battle for human rights, their legacies intertwining in a continuum of struggle. In those pivotal moments, Martin Luther King Jr. did not stand alone. Behind him were countless allies, unsung heroes whose contributions shaped the civil rights movement. Men and women from varying backgrounds forged a revolutionary underground of support. Ella Baker, a fierce advocate for grassroots activism, believed that ordinary people could catalyze change. As the executive director of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, she empowered young activists, urging them to find their voice. Her principle of collective leadership resonated through the movement, reminding King and his contemporaries that the struggle for civil rights required inclusive participation. The summer of 1964 was pivotal for the civil rights movement. It was during Freedom Summer that over 1,000 volunteers, many of them young students, poured into Mississippi to register voters and establish freedom schools. These schools educated Black children and adults, aiming to challenge the systemic disenfranchisement that had persisted for generations. Baker was instrumental in this initiative, emphasizing the importance of education as a tool for liberation. She recognized that knowledge was power, and that by educating the next generation, they could break the cycle of oppression. Bayard Rustin, a master strategist, organized the 1963 March on Washington, ensuring that over 250,000 people united in solidarity. Rustin, a pacifist who faced discrimination, remained steadfast in his commitment to the movement. His vision of nonviolence was pivotal in crafting narratives resonating with Americans. The march itself was a meticulously planned event, a testament to Rustin's meticulous nature. He understood that it wasn't merely about gathering people, it was about conveying a message of hope, unity, and urgency for change. Women played crucial roles in the civil rights movement, often overlooked. From the Montgomery bus boycott, women like Rosa Parks and Joan Robinson mobilized communities with courage. Parks's refusal to give up her seat ignited a movement, while those behind the scenes organized boycotts and strategized paths forward. The Montgomery bus boycott in 1955 was not just a reaction to one incident, it was the culmination of years of frustration and pain. Joan Robinson, a professor at Alabama State University, printed thousands of leaflets calling for the boycott, ensuring that the Black community was informed and ready to stand against injustice. Their actions set a precedent that would inspire future protests and movements. The Southern Christian Leadership Conference, co-founded by King, brought churches together, showcasing faith as a fuel for activism. When King led the Birmingham campaign in 1963, he felt the collective spirit of the churches behind him, ready to wage battles for righteousness. Birmingham was a city marked by deep segregation, its streets riddled with tension. King and his allies organized peaceful protests to challenge the stark inequalities that black residents faced. Despite the threat of violence, the resilience of the participants became a beacon of hope. King famously wrote from the Birmingham jail, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere," encapsulating the urgency of their mission. Throughout this turbulent era, the struggle for civil rights reflected a deeper historical narrative woven by generations before. King stood on giants' shoulders, inspiring a new generation to rise against oppression. Hidden allies amplified King's voice, igniting a movement that bridged past and present. As King's message rippled through hearts and minds, it became clear that this was not merely a fight for civil rights, it was a profound struggle for human dignity. The sacrifices of hidden allies served as a reminder that while one voice may lead, the chorus of many transforms the world. The civil rights movement fosters the belief that the fight for justice is a continuous endeavor, enriched by the sacrifices of those who came before. In the heart of the civil rights movement, unsung heroes emerged from every corner of society. Bayard Rustin organized the March on Washington, while Ella Baker empowered ordinary people to challenge injustice. John Lewis, facing violence, remained steadfast, illustrating the brutal reality of the struggle for civil rights. Lewis was only 23 years old when he led the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, and his courage in the face of brutality galvanized a generation. At the 1965 Selma to Montgomery March, Lewis stood before a sea of supporters, calling for voting rights, risking his life to confront systemic oppression. The vibrant women of the movement fought tirelessly at great cost. Fannie Lou Hamer shattered the silence surrounding the brutal realities faced by Black Americans, challenging the nation to confront its moral failures. At the Democratic National Convention in 1964, Hamer delivered a powerful testimony about her experiences with voter suppression, her voice trembling with emotion yet resonating with strength. King often referred to the movement as a symphony, where each participant contributed to the pursuit of justice, illustrating the interconnectedness of their efforts. King continually acknowledged the contributions of these allies. Their sacrifices were not in vain, they laid the groundwork for future generations. As King articulated, the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice. Their contributions fortified the walls of resilience, ensuring calls for equality would resonate through the ages. Together, they forged a powerful collective that transcended personal ambitions, altering the course of history. Their fight for justice was a continuum of struggles woven into American society's fabric, a testament to unity in the face of oppression. On August 28, 1963, Martin Luther King Jr. prepared to deliver his most famous words at the March on Washington. A sea of faces gathered, unified in hope and change. Each understood they were standing on the shoulders of giants, including Tubman, whose spirit urged them forward. "I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed," King began, his voice rising above the crowd. King's words flowed with determination. "I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice." His dream infused each listener with purpose and resolve. As he painted a vision of a future where children would be judged not by the color of their skin but by the content of their character, the crowd erupted in applause and cheers, each heart carrying a collective hope for change. In this defining moment, King invoked Tubman's courage, guiding people toward a promised land of equality. As King's voice soared, so did the collective spirit of the crowd. His vision painted a world transformed by unity and love, eclipsing the chains of division. This was a moment of reckoning, a decision to rise against hatred. As he concluded, his final notes carried the weight of a generation. "Let freedom ring," he implored, a rallying cry resonating through time. The essence of their struggles intertwined, propelling the movement forward. As the crowd erupted in applause, tears of joy mingled with labor's sweat, a testament to their journey together. They were inheritors of a legacy that transcended generations. King's oratory illuminated the path ahead, a torch guiding them through darkness toward justice, shaped by warriors like Harriet Tubman. In the tapestry of history, threads of struggle and triumph are woven together. King and his allies left a legacy resonating in the hearts of those who dare to dream of justice. Their words, once echoes in Montgomery and at the Lincoln Memorial, now serve as a compass for today's fight against injustice. It is a clarion call urging us to understand that our battles are rooted in past sacrifices. King's proclamation, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere," is an urgent reminder that we cannot afford to turn a blind eye to suffering. The legacy left by King and his contemporaries is embedded in our society's fabric. The civil rights movement was a catalyst, igniting flames that illuminate countless struggles. Women's rights, LGBTQ+ rights, and the fight against systemic poverty echo the principle that justice must be pursued relentlessly, irrespective of race, gender, or creed. As we reflect on their impact, we recognize the movement was never solely about achieving civil rights in the 1960s. It ignited a spirit of resistance, a resolve to confront oppression wherever it manifests. King envisioned a beloved community where justice rolls down like waters. Today, this vision feels both distant and relevant as systemic racism, economic disparity, and social injustice plague our society. King's words resonate with urgency as we navigate contemporary landscapes. The protests today culminate a historical struggle, manifesting King's dream that beckons us. Our interconnected fight for justice underscores that every act of defiance adds layers to a movement. As we consider our place in this legacy, we must ask how we will contribute to the ongoing fight for justice. How will we honor the dreams and sacrifices of King and his allies? Their example calls us to rise, speak out, and take action. When we advocate for the marginalized and challenge the status quo, we breathe life into their vision. Every conversation about justice possesses the power to inspire change, just as King once inspired a nation. Reflect on the lessons learned from those who fought tirelessly before us. What resonates in your heart? What actions will you take to uphold their legacy? The fight for justice is a continuum, requiring each of us to run our leg with conviction. Embrace the spirit of activism within, the responsibility to stand for what is right. Only then can we ensure the ripples of King's legacy continue to inspire generations to come.